Good stuff there.
Dr. Christiana Whitman was talking about like the hour of peace. Listen to that for about an hour, and that will get you centered.
What is really cool
Peace
about
of
it
mind, peace
is
of
it's
heart.
just like a uke, and the singing really just puts the singing. 9:37, 4:20.
I've heard Asher D. Rossetti sing this like live. Amazing.
Right. Yeah, it's a great song. Great song. 9:37. Tomas Manglona, the KUAM news team, joins us live. Where are you at again, Tomas?
I'm in Palo Alto right now. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
That looks like he's on Beach Road.
That's Luta. Is that
my background is Rhoda, but I'm in California.
And that's Wedding Cake Island. Can you move your head? Yeah,
yeah,
see,
right there.
There you go. Right on. And this is that one lookout. There's if you go to Rhoda, there's like one. It's not really even a lookout. You just drive up this little hill, right? And you can see it. Where's that at? What office is there? Isn't there like an office there or something?
Yeah, I think the DLNR, but yeah, this is the Song Song Overlook. I took this photo myself, so I always want to rep home when I can.
Of course, and just in case you guys didn't know, Tomas Manglona is from Luta. Okay, makes sense. That's why he's got a Rhoda backdrop, right? Mm-hmm. But of course, he's currently attending Stanford. And Tomas, we wanted to bring you on just to kind of catch up and talk about some of the stuff you're working on for this month. But you did say that you just came from the vaccination clinic?
Yeah, sorry. I know there's a truck backing up right in front of my apartment here, but yeah, I'm about 3 hours out from getting my second dose of the Moderna vaccine. And so California is expanding its eligibility. A lot of people now above the age of 16, and depending on which county you're on, is eligible to get the vaccine. And the last I checked, the newspapers are reporting that at least 52% of people here in California have gotten at least one dose of the vaccine. So things are looking up. Of course, a lot of people are expecting things here in California to open up in June. And a lot of schools are preparing to have in-person classes for the start of the next school year. So lots of progress being made. And still, though, people are being extra safe.
How are you feeling after that second Moderna? Because you ask anybody, the second Moderna, that's the one.
I'm waiting. It's just been 3 hours, and we'll see how things are tomorrow. But I'm just really grateful to have been able to receive this. There's still people who are waiting for it in different parts of the world, and looking back in the CNMI too, back at home, the Pfizer vaccine just opened up for 16 and 17-year-olds on Tinian and Rhoda, and so we're just seeing lots of good news on that front, and can't wait for people to be able to get back to work, get back to school, and just get back to living their life.
Tomas, was it just kind of like a no-brainer for you to get the vaccine? Or did you ever have any do I want it? Do I not?
Well, I think like everyone else, you pay attention to what's in the news. I think as reporters ourselves, we're learning all of this really as the world is. This is something you can't really prepare for. And so I think, though, that, I found trust in it and I decided to get it. And so that's why I did for myself.
What about in California, right? It seems like a more liberal state that they might not have a lot of the whole, anti-vaccine backlash. But are there like those types of people there in Cali?
Yeah, well, I think, there's a history of vaccine hesitancy anywhere you go. I think, though, that in California, like I said, 52% of people have gotten at least one dose. And so I think that's trending on the national average as well.
Right. That's so interesting, Tomas. So how was the process, though?
I signed up on the state website, myturnca.gov, and you input all your info, and then they send you a text and email when it's your turn. So that's what I did. It was really seamless for myself, but I still know that early on, it was really difficult for a lot of people to navigate on my website. And I know those were also some issues that people faced at home as well.
So you registered, then they shoot you a text and an email, and then how much notice do you have, and where do you go, and then how long does it take?
Yeah, I got about a week notice, and
Oh,
then
okay.
the second shot was about 3 weeks out from the first one, and it was interesting because today was a lot. I got mine around Santa Clara, and today was a lot smoother because they have days dedicated just to second doses, and so it was. But the first dose was so hectic, the line wrapped around the building basically, and this dose I was able to go in and out in a matter of 10-15 minutes.
So who's administering it? Because here it's, I believe it's the guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have different hospitals
Wow.
and walk in. I did a one that you have to walk into. I know a lot of people are doing drive through vaccinations, so it just depends where you sign up and what county you're in.
Okay, so what are you working on for us?
Yeah, well, we just wrapped up the interview with Keanu Mandiola, who is Guam's newest Truman Scholar. A few things I'm working on, I guess, stateside here in California. I'm talking with the owners and managers of the Elite Bakery here in California, going to pay them a visit in the next 2 weeks, do a little feature story. They were busy during, during Easter, and so I wasn't able to check in with them, but I'm looking forward to speaking with Ken, who's there helping run the business, and talk to him a lot about how the business is doing in California and how people in California, want to be introduced to Chamorro food. I think, a few months ago, I did a story on Pubetsu in San Francisco, and so I'm almost doing a food diary of sorts here in Northern California about Chamorro food. I'm constantly looking for places that serve them, and another story I'm working on at home is also the young people's perspective on the proposed amendment to amend Article 12, which is Indigenous land ownership. And so I'm talking with a lot of young people about that. I recently put in a request to the Commonwealth Election Commission to get voter data to see if this amendment were to make it onto the ballot for people to decide who are the voters. So I'm currently working to get the data on race, gender, affiliation, age, and things like that to understand if this were to be on the ballot, what is the voting demographic,
Right.
and what might that mean for something to be passed through that initiative. And then going back to our talk about the vaccine, I'm also working on a story about vaccine hesitancy in the Sinamay and in the Marianas generally. I know Adriana Cotero recently did a story about those 9 Sinamay firefighters who filed a lawsuit because of the ordered mandatory vaccination that they had to go through. And so I'm reaching out to experts to talk about this, hoping to speak with firefighters themselves if they're willing, but also just wanted to learn more about the views and the hesitancy around it. I know the pause of the J&J vaccine, even though it's only 1 in a million that experience, kind of the blood clots that cause the pause.
Right.
I wanted to do a more holistic story on vaccine hesitancy in the islands.
That sounds like some really interesting work, Tomas. We're really anticipating that. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's not a bad assignment when you basically get to talk to people about making amazing Chamorro food all over the place.
Right on. I know.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to, and I'm just so glad people are busy these days as things open up. So really grateful whenever people make time to speak to KUAM.
Amen. And Tomas, happy early 420.
Yes, you're a day ahead.
That's right.
So,
That's what our new slogan's got to be. Guam, where Americans 420 days begin.
Well, see, Tomas now he's a graduate student. That I think it's more undergrads who go for like the hardcore 420 celebration.
I think I'll be getting my Moderna vaccine probably tomorrow, so you'll find me in bed.
Hey, well, the upside, Tomas, is like if you do have any side effects and symptoms and everything like that, they go away as quickly as they come on. So
Right on.
maybe 10 hours of feeling a little bit, but just pop some aspirin, man. You'll be good.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah, I hope so. And I think I'm talking to a lot of my friends too, and they're getting ready to go home. Summer's coming up, and people are leaving college, graduating,
Right.
and all things like that. So really, really glad that we can go home knowing that we're vaccinated and safe.
Okay, Tomas, appreciate your time with us this morning, and we're really looking forward to the stuff you're coming out with.
All right, thank you.
Hey,
See
stay
you
safe
later.
out there,
Keep
buddy.
us posted. Drink water. All right. Hey, it's 9:45. Quick break, and we're coming back, and we're going to play a good